what an incredible day it's turned out to be here in Chicago, and what incredible racing we have had as well across the afternoon on a perfect summer's day with two amazing winners for podium racing. And we've got a little bit of time now to really analyse how that played out and then how we can look ahead to Jersey in just a few weeks' time. As the American flag flies, it has been an incredible one here, especially for podium racing, an American team as well, who picked up the win with Antonio Gonzalez Garcia with a wire-to-wire victory that some are calling the most dominant in the history of Super League racing. And then Jeanne Lehair, who dug into her much-vaunted run leg to run away from Georgia Taylor-Brown and Fanny Szalai as well. And we're going to head down now to the black carpet for a little bit of the wash-up here in the post-show to Adam Leach, and alongside him is Annie Emerson.
Thanks, Will. Annie, let's start on that men's race today. I can't remember such a dominant performance, men's or women's, ever in Supertri. It just doesn't happen.
I think we've seen it from the women, from GTB and Jess Learmont on the odd occasion, but for a guy to be able to ride away from a field like that, yes, it wasn't the strongest that we've seen in Supertri, but there were some great athletes, very experienced athletes in there, and he just absolutely dominated it. He had the bit between his teeth, and having spoken to him after Toronto, I know that he loves this format.
Yeah, it was quite extraordinary, and then it's kind of like another race going on behind him.
And I thought they sort of sat up a bit. I was quite surprised that there wasn't more urgency, that they didn't sense the danger. I mean, this is a guy that's got 8th at the Olympics, got 4th in Toronto on his debut race in Superdry. They knew what he was made of, and they let him go. And I think that was a mistake. But perhaps they couldn't. Perhaps they weren't strong enough. He was that strong on his own that they couldn't pull anything back.
Yeah, well, it was certainly a very interesting race, and so many athletes got shelled at the back as well. I mean, I felt so sorry for them. They go dropping like flies at one point.
We see that with this style of racing, though, don't we? We've seen it over the years. It just gets tougher and tougher round by round as the body, the heat, the core temperature of the body goes up and it doesn't come down and the heart rate is up. So it really does play into the hands. I was going to say of the older athletes, but then we have Fanny Szalai at 17 on the podium. So you never know what you're going to get in Supertri racing, and that's a brilliant thing about it.
Well, amazingly, we think Fanny is almost a veteran now because she's been around so long and she's 17. But in the men's, was there anybody else? Obviously, Alberto was amazing. Was there anybody else who particularly impressed you out there?
Yeah, Tyler Mislachuk. He's an athlete that I love to see racing over the years, but he really hasn't been himself for quite some time. There's been the odd World Cup and stuff, but he raced Supertri many years ago and has sort of been out a little bit of racing Supertri in this style of racing, and I thought he was magnificent today. And I thought, you know, for Gonzalez, it was interesting. He pulled back quite a lot of time on that run, but Gonzalez has done it all on his own, so he was going to be more tired. But Tyler Mislachuk, I don't think that's the last we're going to see of him in this series in 2025.
No, that's right, and he had all his family here today, which was great to see, and they turned out they were Will McCloy groupies. Who knew?
He loved
Will's
it.
got groupies.
He loved it. He had the aunties, the uncles, the mums and the dads all adoring him, and we know Will loves to be adored.
Well, Will loves it, and we'll cross over to Will right now.
That is my target market, those over 60, 100%. Not including Johnny Brownlee, of course, who's not even 50 yet, just. Mate, you probably feel a little bit older after that one with the kids running around so quickly, but talk us through your race and how it played out. You finished, I think, in 8th position, which is obviously a huge jump from last time, but not exactly probably what you wanted.
No, it was obviously better than Toronto, and it's just good, hard racing. I think, I describe my racing today, it's good to be competitive, so somewhere near the front, actually in the race. But I just made a few mistakes, and whereas previous years I could get away with that and catch back up, I think nowadays that's a bit harder.
Did the race play out as you thought it was going to? Obviously, Alberto Gonzalez Garcia was just on another level, and we've been talking about it in the commentary as maybe the most dominant individual performance in a men's race.
Yeah, he was really, really impressive, and no, it didn't play out how I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be all together after the first swim. You know, we had a great start position. We got away. I kind of got beaten up around the boys a little bit and thought I'd let Marcus go to get the short shoe, and then Alberto just took off. We never saw him again. I think we were very much kind of, our effort as a group was very hard and slow, and then hard and slow, whereas he was much more of a threshold effort, but absolute fair play to him.
What about this course, though? It probably didn't feel like it lended itself to being able to work as a group, even though there's a lot of straightaways. There's some technical sections as well. Sometimes you see the group work together to break down that gap, but every time we sort of saw the gap, it just kept getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, well, it's hard to work together in Supertri racing because basically everyone goes max at the start of the bike, comes back together, and then no one wants to work because then you start thinking about the run because you're constantly thinking about the next stage. So we never really got working as a group. You know, if it had been 10, 20k bike, you get a pack going, you work together, but no one ever wants to take a turn. Basically, people want to be at the front to be out of trouble, to avoid the corners, but no one actually wants to really push it on.
Just before I let you go, really quick one on Fanny Szalai, who was a standout for Brownlee Racing, of which you're obviously the namesake and the co-owner. It must be great to see.
Yeah, I'm unbelievably proud. You know, firstly, to see young athletes coming through and getting on the podium for the first time is absolutely incredible. You know, I remember one of the first times I was on the podium a long time ago, and she should be proud. You know, if you can do it in this form of racing, then you can do it in other form of racing. And you know, we've seen superstars come up through Supertri racing before. You know, Hayden Wild started here. And you never know, she could be the next one. You know, this is a platform for her now to go on to Olympic success, maybe.
You know she's less than half your age?
I've tried to avoid thinking about that, but yeah, I know that makes you feel old. Not quite 60 yet, what you're talking about, but yeah, I know, it makes you feel old. But you know, well done.
All right. Well, she's with Adam right now, along with Tim Don and Annie Emerson.
Thanks, Will. Yeah, but Fanny Szalai is with me and Tim Don, her manager here for Brownlee Racing. Fanny, I mean, the emotions at the end, we could see what it meant to you, and you've been around Supertri for so many years as well, even though you're so young. Just incredible, I'm sure.
Thank you so much. I was pretty shocked in the finish line because I didn't expect it. Of course, I got a little help from the short shoot, so I've got a little luck with it. But yeah, I mean, it means a lot to me.
And Supertri has been such a fundamental part of your journey. What does it mean to come in and actually pick up a medal now, finally, after all the efforts you put in?
I was really happy when I got the message from Tim that I can have a chance to race here in Chicago. So I was really happy, and this medal means a lot to me because, yeah.
Well, that's fantastic, Fanny. Well done. And Tim, you've played such a pivotal part in Fanny's development as well. You've managed her for a long time. I know you've advised her and helped her away from the cameras of Supertri as well. I mean, can you talk a little bit about her development and just, you know, how proud you must feel?
One thing I need to put right is Fanny said she had a little help with the short shoot. She actually earned the short shoot because Fanny led the swim out. So everything in this sport you have to earn, and that's what Fanny's doing. No, I mean, it's great to see Fanny developing over the last 2 years, racing Supertri. You know, this is the fire. This is where Olympic medalists come to see how fit they are and see how fast they are. So to Fanny as a junior to come and do that, you can see she doesn't have a weapon. She's just really balanced. That swim, the bike, the run, the transitions. You know, and she never gave up. She was chasing down Georgia Taylor Brown, and you know, it was always a pleasure to have Fanny and her dad here as well, supporting the team, and you know, to race for Brownlee Racing. I couldn't be more happy that she's here.
Yeah, thanks, Annie. Can I throw to you as well to give us a bit of a perspective on Fanny's development? I mean, you've watched her very carefully in your work with Supertri here. I mean, how have you seen this trajectory?
Well, what I saw today was an athlete that looked like they'd been racing Supertri for 10 years. She absolutely executed everything perfectly. The transitions were brilliant. A little bit slow on the last transition, but by that stage, you're really tired. And the swim has come on twofold. Dominant on the swim. It's absolutely wonderful to watch. And as you said, she didn't give up on the silver. She wasn't just going, I've got a bronze medal. She still went after Georgia, even though it didn't pay off. So I think we're going to see Fanny around for a long time in Supertri racing. It was magnificent to see, and I was very emotional.
And Fanny, can I just ask you one thing as well here while Tim's here about your relationship with Tim and how pivotal he's been in helping you? I know he's been there and giving you a lot of advice for years now.
Yeah, he gives me a lot of advice before the race and during the race, so it was a really good that I had so many advices during the race. It helped me a lot.
Well, many congratulations, Tim. Many congratulations, Fanny. That's absolutely great. And now we're going to throw back to Will, who's got one of Tim's former chargers with him, who won the women's race, Jeanne Lehair.
That's right, and she won it in such style as well. As soon as we got to the first run, you thought, well, Jeanne Lehair is having an on day today, and that's certainly how it felt. How did it feel for you out there? You kept making those gaps in the run, and then the rest would come back to you, and it was kind of Fanny's fault. She kept swimming everyone back up to you, but then you'd run away from them again.
Yeah. Like the second swim, I really take it like, well, I will not say easy because it was hard anyway. But on the last swim, I tried to put the pace a bit harder, so they catch me only at the end. But I would have preferred that she was coming back alone. But at the end, I was quite confident with my run, and as well, I had the short shoot. I was like, except really, you are bonking a lot, should be quite safe, and it's been, so that was cool.
Knowing that you've got the short shoot feels to me like just as good as taking the short shoot, because you know you've got that little advantage. Does that mentally help you a lot, knowing that you've got that there?
Yeah, I'm not sure I really need it. So for a second, I was like, shit, maybe I should have give it to someone else who maybe win one spot more or whatever for the general. But I have to say, like, when I knew I got it as well, I was like, I will not complain. At least I can, like, maybe be a bit more, like, chill. And but at the end, I started fast the last run. And I was like, maybe if I start fast, they know I have the short shoot. They will probably just focus on the second place. And like that, I can run away. And I don't know if it's what happened, but at the end, I won, so nice.
You are now on top of the standings, and we've got 2 rounds to go. Obviously, the grand final's worth more points. You said you finally feel good again, and it's been nearly 6 months since you felt good.
Yeah, like since April, more or less. I think I didn't have really time to train properly because I did a lot of races. And between Toronto and here, it was the first time I did a few days of holiday, and then I really focused on training. And I think it was the little reminder I needed. So I don't know if it will last until Toulouse, but I hope so, because I will not have time to train until then. So
I'm sure you're focusing on that one. It's your hometown, right?
Yeah, it's been 2 years of bad luck there, so I just hope this year will be finally good luck, and if I can win the general and the race, will be very, very cool.
Yes, well, make sure you do your helmet up.
Yeah, but now the rules change, so in worst case, not too bad.
All right, thank you so much, John. Come with me. We're going to walk over here. If we can, we're going to try and rescue Georgia Taylor-Brown out of the clutches of Annie Emerson. Annie, get out of the way. Come over here, Georgia. We didn't on purpose do Jeanne first and then you second, like the same in the race. I just want to tell you that as a man who is in his 40s, you are not too old for this, okay? I heard you say that.
So why aren't you doing it?
So many reasons, man. So it's more than fitness. But how did it feel out there? Did it feel harder than ever before? Because obviously last year you were, supreme here. You've had a bit of a different journey into this year, obviously.
Yeah, I think I'm just losing. I've just not got the snappiness, and you need that. Like the first swim again was terrible, and I tried to make up a few positions on the way back in, but yeah, I just don't have the snappiness because I've not done the training for it. But that's fine. Like I've chose not to do the training, so it is what it is. So yeah, just make myself suffer up there.
So when you're talking about not having the snap, are we talking about getting it back? Because I remember standing here actually with your partner Vincent here last year, and he's like, I cannot keep up with these young people anymore. And now he's gone off to long course. Don't do that to us. That's not going to happen, is it?
No, I don't think so. I still love this, and I'll keep doing it as long as I can. And even if I'm not doing well, I'll still keep coming back because I love it, and it's just painful, and I like putting myself in that kind of pain. But yeah, no, I think I'm learning each race now, so hopefully I'm getting a little bit better. Toronto I was 6th, here I'm 2nd, so watch out in Jersey.
Well, yeah, okay, all right. I'm actually a little scared of you. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go right now. We're going to walk over here, and I'm going to jump in this shot with these 2 absolute champions. Adam, first of all, congratulations on being out here all day and doing so many interviews and bringing us so much good stuff. Annie and I just sat back and ate lollies and watched 2 incredible races. How did you feel about it from down here? Obviously, it's a fast and furious and super hot and kind of windy race.
Yeah, you know what? It's an interesting one today. It felt really intense, like emotionally intense. Obviously, we saw Fanny in tears, and you could hear and you could feel the emotions around. John Anthony as well. Oh my goodness, he's put so much into his team, so much, and you could sense what it meant to him every time we came to him. He was like trying to keep his composure and keep us cool, but he's put so much in. He's kind of earned it through the hard work, and it just felt like just quite an emotional day. And of course, we saw Michael Gilliam. Emotional multiple times. Yeah, he was up and down like a yo-yo today, and he just said to me at the end there, he's like, well, we didn't win, so I'm going home. Yeah. That's it.
Well, that's it, right? Because they're used to winning, and that's what they're here to do, is to win. And Crown Racing are going to have to come into Jersey all guns firing, Annie.
Oh my gosh, they absolutely are. And that's a whole nother race altogether. We love that race, let's be honest. It's a really tough race as well. That swim exit, I'm so excited to go back. So much to play for within the teams and the athletes themselves.
Yeah, absolutely right. And it's been fast and furious racing here in Chicago. Thank you so much, Adam. And thank you, Annie, as well. And on behalf of an incredible team here, it's been some fantastic racing. We hope that you've enjoyed every minute as well, and we'll be back on the 21st of September in Jersey. We're going back to one of the spiritual homes of Supertri, and we will wrap it up for now, and we will see you then for yet another chapter in season 2025.